Thank you for watching WISD TV and welcome to another GWAMA Partner Update. My name is Dale Caffey. On this particular show, we highlight the partners of the Greater Waco Advanced Manufacturing Academy, and it's my pleasure to be at Time Manufacturing today with Don Fratus. He is the general manager here at the plant, and it's been a fantastic tour that you've given us this morning. First of all, why don't you introduce us to some of the gentlemen who are with us today? They're just a piece of the puzzle here.
That's correct. This is Danny Watkins and Jason Beckendorf, our assembly supervisors. And they're a big part of the success here that we have at Time Manufacturing.
Talk about success. Time Manufacturing manufactures lifts of all sizes that go all over the world. Talk a little bit about what you do here.
We build aerial lifts that put people in the air anywhere from 29 foot up to 210 foot. Both steel and insulated versions.
Now you took us on a tour of where it all begins, and it begins with raw materials. Yeah. I mean, you guys just get big pieces of steel and start working with it.
Yeah, we're a vertically integrated company. We want to control the quality and product because, after all, we're putting people in the air, and quality and the safety of our customers are our main concern.
No doubt about it. Talk a little bit about the history of Time. You've been with this company for quite a while, and it stretches, though, back to the 60s, I believe, and not in Waco.
No, that's correct. In 1965, a couple gentlemen got together and they had this idea of getting people up in the air and helping in the telephone industry, and they built a 24-foot version of it in Clifton, Texas. In 1967, a gentleman named Charles Turner saw the prosperity of what this could be. He had a vision, and he ended up buying the company. And in 1968, they moved it here to Waco, and it became Time Manufacturing. 1976, Flaherty Holdings bought it, and here we are 42 years later, still building some of the best aerial lifts in the world.
You bet you do. And you've been adding on to this building here in Waco for a long time now.
Oh, yes, sir, and we did recent $1 million in expansion this year alone, just to keep up with the growth and prosperity of our
I found very interesting, out in front of your building here, you have a 1965 model of the lift that was built.
Yes, sir. We have number one, the first lift that was built. Once it was retired out of service, we grabbed it and kept it out there to kind of show off where our roots are.
Fantastic roots indeed. Talk about some of the sizes. You mentioned lifts of all kinds here, from the small ones that you say you built obviously more of at one time, and then the large ones are time intensive.
Yes, sir. We'll build 29-foot mark lifts that go for folks like the telecommunications, like your Verizons and AT&T, and we'll go back to the other end where we'll build 70-footers for tree trimming industries, folks like that.
Now, it all starts, as I said, with raw materials, and then, of course, welding comes in.
Yes,
and that's why we're here today, because the Greater Waco Advanced Manufacturing Academy has its roots in welding. I mean, we're teaching young welders there.
Yes, sir.
Talk about some of the welding jobs you have here.
We have quite a few welding jobs, from 035 MIG to aluminum to metal core. We got involved with GWAMA. It was Tom Motika, the Vice President of Manufacturing, who retired here. It was something he was very for and wanted to be involved with. The President of the company and Vice President of the company were very for it and wanted to make it happen, so we got involved with it.
Will that partnership continue as GWAMA grows? Because you guys look for welders. I know that you have quite a few on staff here, and when they come to work here, they like to stay here because it's a great company. But talk about some of the potential jobs.
We're continuing to build, and the jobs range anywhere from machinists to programmers, obviously assembly, paint. We do as much as we can in-house until we can find somebody who can do it better than us, which doesn't happen all the time, so we keep a lot of it inside.
Let's talk about some of the equipment that's used too. You have some, obviously, conventional welding where the man is doing it himself, but then also you have some robots.
Yes, we have another 4-head robotic welder that allows us to build our own boom tubes, so obviously we keep weight out of our machines. And then you work through the machine shop and the lasers and things of that nature to support it.
And then you also have the laser cutters and everything.
Yes, we got two 2,000-watt lasers, a 4,000-watt laser, and then we've just upgraded our oxyacetylene plasma.
Very good. Again, I want to say that it starts out on the other end of the plant as just metal, and until you do the painting, you do everything.
Yes, sir. It comes in on trucks, whether it's structural 20-foot tubes or 8x10 sheets of steel. and it ends up with what you see around us.
Right, and you also just a stone's throw from here are testing your brand new ones that you put together. It all started from scratch, and you're testing them. So when it leaves here, I mean, it's a quality product.
That's correct. It's a high quality product, fully functional, ready to be mounted, and take the man up in the air to do whatever he's got to do.
I know that in the process of on the tour today, you were showing me a number that's stamped on every device that you make here.
Yes,
and
sir.
you can trace that back down to who worked on it.
That's correct. From the life of the product, we know who welded all the critical components on any lift. Not only in the computer system, but on the actual machine itself.
That's a great quality control number, I guess.
Yes, sir. It's who we are. It's what we do. I mean, we build quality products. We know we're putting people up in the air, and they depend on us, and we're not going to let them down.
Talk about some of the equipment behind us. Obviously, we're in one of several buildings here. We have some smaller lifts, some sort of medium-sized lifts, but it's my understanding you have some bigger ones than this.
Yes, we across the street where we have a 130-footer going together right now, and we've built a 210-footer over there. Like I told you earlier, when you get on that 210-footer, Lake Waco is pretty obvious to you.
Have you had a chance to go out and visit the Greater Waco Advanced Manufacturing Academy?
Yes, we have. It's very impressive.
Very good. Talk a little bit about what you're seeing out there, and as you go out there, knowing that hopefully we're producing some quality welders to keep this place going for years and years to come.
That is correct. And that's the whole goal here. Is obviously, not every kid wants to go to college or can go to college. This gives them an opportunity. And, if they don't come to work here at Time Manufacturing, then they support somebody else in the community. But we want them to be here.
But let's brag a little bit about Time. Number one, it's located in Waco, Texas. I don't think a lot of people know exactly what you do here, and it's impressive. But you talked about the fact that these things are shipped all over the world, and that you're number one in China now?
Well, we're the number one aerial lift manufacturer exporter in China. We build the most van-mounted equipment in Europe itself. We're proud of that. Export's about 30% of our market. It can vary, but we're very proud of what we do across the world and domestically as well. We have some very large customers here in the United States, AT&T, Verizon. It's a good market.
Talk a little bit about the employees that you have here. How many do you employ?
We have 315 employees here at Time Manufacturing. We have another 105 in our Versatile division across the street. There's basically about 176 direct employees here in manufacturing. They got a tenure of about 6.97 years. So we get people here, we keep them.
And we talk about the lifts that you make here, but you were also telling me you make a digging machine or a drill?
It's a digger derrick. We had made one earlier, kind of retired that model, but our customers were on us to get another one. So we came out with one middle of last year. It's basically a digger derrick that allows the man to go out there and set a telephone pole in the ground, dig the hole, drop the pole in the ground.
So your business really is built on telecommunications and cable TV and telephones and electric.
All of it, yes sir. They're in markets all the way through.
And you use a lot of electricity here too.
Yeah, we do.
No doubt about it. Anything else you want to add about Time Manufacturing and your longevity here and your great positive future that you have here?
Well, we've been growing every year. We've got a great management team, great executive management team. It's a good place to work. We've got second generation relatives coming through here. Anybody that wants to come work at Time Manufacturing is welcome to work there.
And you mentioned something a moment ago that I thought was impressive. In the longevity of this career, which stretches back a long time, you've had only one layoff.
That's correct.
So you must have been doing something right, because in the industries that we have nowadays, I mean, you never can tell what's going to happen from one year to the next.
Well, you figure this company's been around for 49 years, and we've only had one layoff. And that was in 2009 when the bottom fell out. 2008 was a great year. And 2009 rolled around, and we were looking at each other going, what's up now? So.
From the looks of it today, you're full steam ahead.
It's very good, yes. Everything looks promising here.
Very good. Don Fratus, thank you so much for what you do here at Time. Thank you also for being a partner of the Greater Waco Advanced Manufacturing Academy. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Once again, this is Don Fratus and two of his team members behind us. And we are at Time Manufacturing, where they make Versatile lifts that are shipped all over the world. This is Dale Caffey reporting from Time for the Greater Waco Advanced Manufacturing Academy.